Thank you. I now yield to Chairwoman Lisa McClain of Healthcare and Financial Services Subcommittee for her opening statement.
Thank you. Before I was in Congress, I actually was a financial services professional. I actually understand fiduciary responsibility and fiduciary duty. I understand what it's like to run a business because I didn't talk about it, I actually did it. I understand how important it is for those entrusted to manage the wealth of Americans across the country to protect that wealth and to work to grow that wealth for Americans. Yet today, that is simply not happening. Money managers' unrestricted ability to pursue ESG pledges without their clients' knowledge is doing the opposite. And I always scratch my head, because I do agree with my colleague, we should have transparency. But if we're going to be transparent, let's really be transparent. What are we hiding? We shouldn't need to hide anything. So let's be transparent. It is not their money manager's job. It's not their job to pursue political agendas. It's their job to actually manage the accounts for return on investment. It's their job to invest their clients' money by putting their clients first and focus on rates of return. Again, it's not their job to instill their political agenda under the cloak of darkness, right? We want to be transparent without their clients' knowledge. And again, I ask, what are we hiding? In fact, it is their fiduciary responsibility to do just that. Yet we are seeing more and more instances of woke corporations importing European values over American values and hiding it. And they aren't even telling their clients about the financial risks associated with adapting these values. I mean, we want to be transparent. Let's be transparent with the risks. Even the so-called neutral non-ESG investment funds are increasingly voting for ESG resolutions, in some cases more so than ESG funds. And again, they're not telling their clients. Why? What are they hiding? Why is there a lack of transparency? Again, I have no idea what they're hiding. Well, it looks like they're hiding the ball because we all know that if the clients knew the truth, they wouldn't approve. That's why they have to hide it. The fact is that they are funding their woke agendas using Americans' hard-earned retirement savings without any accountability. Until now. I am for the freedom to invest your own money into the causes you, the client, actually believes in. But that's not what's happening here. Managers are investing your money in causes they believe in, and we are seeing real consequences for Americans' retirements. Americans' retirement assets were down nearly 15% last year. 15%. This includes state pension funds. State pension funds supports teachers, librarians, firefighters, and other public sector employees. Some states, such as Texas and Kansas, are actually getting in front of this by advancing laws that restrict investments that consider non-financial factors. Remember, they're in the financial sector. They should be focusing on financial factors like ESG for state pension funds. Unfortunately, the Biden administration recently issued a rule that makes the problem even worse. Now, plan fiduciaries that fall under the ERISA are empowered to consider ESG factors when selecting investments. I would be sarcastic. Well, I'm going to be sarcastic. ESG, does that mean they can empower themselves to consider any agenda they want? What if it was a pro-life agenda? That would be horrible, right? We would be all up in arms about that. And we'd want transparency, right? Well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. The president voted a bipartisan congressional resolution actually overturning this rule. This is just one step in this administration's job to push ESG a more prominent role in a financial decision-making. Today's hearing is a continuation of this committee's broader efforts to shed light on the long-term impacts of ESG's agenda. We are delivering accountability and transparency. I thank the witnesses for being here, and we look forward to your testimony. And with that, I yield to the chair.
Thank you.